Okay, hello everyone and good evening. Welcome to another edition today that the Ghana elections, the Gen Z reactions or the aftermath of the 7th December elections 2024. Thank you very much. We are proudly sponsored by the Kluche Foundation, always faithful. And kudos to my producer today. Unfortunately, today I just don't have a good internet, but so today is the election, the aftermath of the
God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So you can find the Kluche Foundation on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter now, X, TikTok. You can send email to the Kluche Foundation at gmail.com and also on YouTube. So we are live on YouTube now. And today is going to be an interesting one because there has been a lot of reaction. There is change of government. The National Democratic Congress have taken over the election. So let me say they have won the most seats. They are the majority, and let me say they are kind of majority according to our constitution, makes them the supreme of parliament. So, and then the minority, but there are some hitches here, and then we'll discuss all that. And let me see, those I'll be doing this with. I have Venice Boachi, I have Ebenezer Korte, I have Mumuni Mushin, I have Fatima, I think, and also my able producer, Gloria. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, so let's have a brief, this week has been an interesting one. Tomorrow marks 1 week exactly when Ghana went to the polls, the 7th of December, 2024. And okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can everyone send their videos on if they can, if there is no noise, so that I can be able to see your faces? Thank you. All right, thank you. If Mumuni is available, Ben is Boache. Okay, so we are going to. I think we all voted. I did, and there are some interesting facts we are going to have today. Even as a court, did you vote? Yes. All right.
Okay, so I had the chance to be part of the election official, so I couldn't vote. I couldn't get time to actually vote.
You were supposed to vote with a special voting. You are not a good citizen. Anyway, Fatima, did you vote? Okay. Fatima, if you could hear me. Hello, Fatima. Fatima, your sound is off. Okay, it's better now.
Yes, I voted.
Oh, thank you, Omambapa. Mumuni, if you can hear me, did you vote?
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to vote.
It was possible.
Yes. You people were the ones who were talking the last time. That... Unfortunately, okay. You people you made your candidates lose. Now we are having 9 constituencies who are under contention. Now they have to all be back to the police training center for whatever reason. And also, Benis Boachi, did you vote?
Yes, I did. I did vote.
Okay, so out of the as for my producer couldn't vote. Producer, why didn't you vote?
I'm not in the country. As long as they can start doing the us outside voting at the embassy here, we'll do that.
Okay. That will be taken into consideration since there are a lot of things that this government is promising. The new elected president is promising. I hope that comes into the light. Okay, so we have a couple of issues prior to the voting process. There were some centers that, as at voting started at 7 a.m. As at 7 a.m., there was nothing that was available. Okay, Ebenezer, thank you very much, Ebenezer, for joining us. You're most welcome. Okay, if Ebenezer is available, then we get in touch. So there are a couple of issues. Did any of you have any of that? Did you hear any issues that was running around prior to the voting process here in Ghana? I'll go with Ebenezer.
Okay. I heard some. Okay, so I heard something like
No, you were an EC official, so yeah.
Okay, there were instances where the declaration of MPs were being delayed, and then it caused a whole lot of catastrophes and it brought a lot of chaos. And I've seen a lot of people going to EC offices to attack the officials and all that, which I think
was prior to the voting process. Before we started voting.
That was after.
That was
the declaration of some MPs in some constituencies were delayed.
Okay, so that was the aftermath. After we have finished voting, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my question is, what were some of the issues that happened before the voting process?
Okay, they had instances where the police centers were supposed to start at 7, and then it was prolonged due to technical challenges and all that. People complaining about the machine that is used to verify voters are not working, and then a whole lot of issues surrounding it. So I think that's the issue that caused a lot of delayed polling centers.
Okay. Ebenezer Nyapon, can you also tell us something briefly about that? Some voter issues that you noticed.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry for joining very late.
Okay.
So yeah, I went to my polling station.
Did you vote? Did you vote?
Yeah, I voted. I went to Agnes Redro, that is in the CEN's central region, to vote. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So before the election, some of the voters were demanding for money before the vote. Right. Yes. In fact, they were very angry. They said, no, if they don't get money, nobody's going to vote. So they had money, and then the money were to be shared among them. So in the process of sharing, you hear a whole lot of arguments. This one is saying that, this one is saying a whole lot of noise making.
That's very interesting. Okay,
yeah, it wasn't easy at all. It wasn't easy at all.
Okay. So, I think my producer have got some videos to share with us. If the videos are available, can you share them with us if we can see that?
Said Dr. Mahmoud Baumia on Kana Command he is the next president. I will go back to the shrine. And I know what God revealed to me will surely come to pass.
Few moments later.
I want away! Rabbit!
Hey, evangelist Mama Pat. Oh.
Yeah.
So, Mahama, if we need this election, move pack kerosene into me, Munamonsheme. I'm telling you this. Live studio, Ghana phone na ebeshe. Hanom. So Mahama we need election we are.
And kase yempa ejantu mo ka hwekam na kase se Mahama we ni.
Mahama we akasa me the petrol be gumi ho. Na maseme ho live studio. Live coverage obi abeshe. And I'm not joking with this.
So serious.
On record.
That's how hwekam na ka tie for se Mahama we ni election we are. Obi share abonte with me bo pra.
Dabi. I don't need that. Dabi. Ask me, winning.
Oh, Friday. Friday. Oh, no money about that. No money about that. Hey, Charlie. What go against town?
There is a time I will talk to you. I will say my peace with you. Nonsense. Idiot. You don't tell me. It's not for you. I don't have to man. I'm not for you. I will not. Where's my phone?
What's your phone?
Me today. I will. What is what you're going to do? No. I'm even going to do that. Let's do pleasure. What is for I'm here? Get out. This is a time for you. And then I'm telling my sir. Some not for nice cities. Some not for nice cities. What is that? What I find? My God,
Thank you very much.
Back to you.
Thank you very much, Gloria, for those interesting sound bites and videos that you gave us. And the most interesting one was the old man who was pouring his heart out at the polling station in the ballot box. Sorry, I'm sorry, but that was hilarious. And then also Evangelist Mama Pat, who said that if Bamia doesn't win, if Bamia doesn't win, she is going back to the shrine. You know, if you're Ghanaian and you follow proceedings concerning Agrada, you know that she is one fetish priest that now gave the life to Christ. She's not a Christian, who says that if Bawumia doesn't win, that's the NPP flag bearer. If he doesn't win, she is going back to the shrine. And also, there were a lot of interesting people. Another gentleman who said they should burn him alive. People have very interesting reactions. I want to know, what do you all think about these videos that you just watched? What do you think? Let me go to, is it Mumuni? Mumuni, what was the most, who did the most for you in the videos that you watched?
Prior to this meeting, I think I saw the one the old man was talking. It was very, very funny. Like as if it was scripted for him to come to the police station. It was very, very funny.
It was so dramatic. And one guy also wrote on Facebook, he said, I know him personally. He's an NPP guy who has done who people have are having a lot of issues with. He said that they should castrate him if Mahama should win. And I said that the gloves, I have a doctor friend who said he's ready to provide the equipment. So I said, the gloves is what I need. I want to do that castration. So, okay, Fatima, what was the highlight for you concerning the videos that we just watched?
I think it was Mama Pasco. I even saw a video of her saying that if Bawumia doesn't win, she will call angels to come and vote for him personally, and Bawumia will win. Even if Ghanaians don't vote for him, angels will come and vote for him. But unfortunately, they lost.
Oh, unfortunately, they lost. This, I would say, Bernice, if you could hear me, what are some of the interesting times during this election?
Thank you. I think with the videos that we just watched, I'll base on one particular video. That was the one who said that he will burn himself alive on studio if Mama should win. And I don't know if you heard or read, but recently he came out to apologize and said that Ghanaians should not take it serious, their political talks and all of that. So I was just wondering, I mean, yes, political talks, but sometimes you should try to think through what you say, because you never know the aftermath, right? If probably he had agreed to the fact that anyone who should see him outside can't do anything, so I don't think he'll be alive by now.
It's really saying some stuff, or especially on television and radio, is quite alarming, where people have so much attachment to their political parties to the extent that ban me or do this to me, harm me if this candidate should win. I think it's about time people need to exercise decorum when they are making certain utterances. Okay, now thank you. So thank you very much to Gloria for Gloria. Okay, you are not in the country, but I think you've seen a couple on online, and have also heard what happened during the 7th December elections. Can you share with us?
For me, I was surprised with how the youth was very vigilant. I think that's the main reason why the NDC won. They were very, very vigilant. That was very surprising to me. And I was very happy with the way they conceded also. It made the election process go very smoothly, and Ghana got a lot of congratulations and some positive remarks from the international community. So I was very impressed with that.
Okay, so we have collected our 2 in the international community.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Gloria. I think that's very interesting, because we have been noted over the years for peaceful elections, Ghana being a peaceful country. So I think this election has been a very interesting one, with interesting topics coming in, and also is very peaceful. And the kind of teasing that is going on X and also on Facebook is remarkable. And I think I love the way everybody is happy and the youth are so awake now. It looks like the Gen Zs are not wearing any party colors. We are going for what we believe that is happening, and we want change. We are putting our leaders on toes. So this elected president has more to do. It's going to put them on their toes. They are supposed to, do what is expected of them, I think. So I think this is an interesting one. We are wide awake. I hope things move better. So and congratulations to the NDC for winning this year's election, although there are some hitches coming in there. Okay. So next, we are going to violence, the violence that is involved in, and also the rigging issues, and also the unrest and misunderstanding that has been witnessed. Okay, so what are your reactions to some of the unrest and misunderstandings that you witnessed? So I'll start with Bernice.
Okay, I think where I voted, everything went smoothly. I voted on the University of Ghana campus, and that I was very particular about that place, because I was expecting the only result I was looking forward to was that of Lydia and John Dumelo. And at last, finally, I was able to get my results. Yes. So that was one main reason why I went out there to vote. And I think it went well. When I came home, I was following on social media, and then I think I came across some places that where some issues arose, some saying presiding officers are not in, voting hadn't started. And afterwards, I think few hours into election, people saying others are coming in with extra ballot papers with, a whole lot of issues. So I was just praying that this doesn't escalate, because we all want a peaceful elections. So I was just in my house, but then I was also praying, and it was raining heavily. It rained heavily that day. Medina area, it rained. So I was really praying that people would just vote and go home, and then nothing of such will just come up and all of that. So I think there were issues here and there, but I didn't experience personally where I went to vote.
Okay, thank you. Fatima. Hello, Fatima. Okay, Fatima is not available. Mumuni.
Yes.
Okay, Fatima is here. Fatima, the violence, the rigging issues, what are some of your encounters? What are some of the misunderstanding and issues that crop up during these elections?
Okay, so for me, where I also voted, everything went on fine. I went around 11 a.m. And even though the queue was long, but it went very fast. I was able to vote and I left. Everything was peaceful. But then a friend of mine who voted at a nearby community said there was chaos. This NDP and NDC boys started fighting because they saw someone holding about 85 ballot papers, which was voted NDP, and was trying to put it in their ballot box. So when they saw it, they started fighting, and I think 2 people lost their lives as a result, which was really bad at a community called Nyankpala around Tamale.
Okay. Yes, I think there was some violence up there,
Yes.
and which I don't think it's something that doesn't happen over there, but this year we witnessed that.
Yes,
Mumuni.
this happened.
Yes, thank you very much, Fatima. Mumuni.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go for the vote. But by then, on the D-Day, I was all over the internet trying to see whether I can hear things from other places. Was to be at the safer side. On that day, you are supposed to be indoors. Yeah, I'm from Boku, all right, but as in like what we were expecting, okay, it came, then it passed. Everything went on well. There wasn't any chaos over there, like over the years, what used to happen. And, with that one, I think we are very, very happy about that.
Okay, thank you very much. Those are some of the issues that Mumuni has also observed. Okay, Ebenezer Nyakun, what were some of the violence and also the rigging issues that and the misunderstandings that you also heard about or happened at where you voted?
Okay, so on my side, at my polling station, everything went on smoothly. There was no violence and then no chaos. Yeah, but later after voting, when I came to Accra, and then I watched news during that was after the election, I saw some EC's office being burnt by some of the voters, right? And then at the northern region, some of the candidates were also fighting seriously, and then they were entering some of the warehouses of the assembly, yeah, just to take some of their staffs from the warehouse. Yeah, I think those are the few things I observe online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Ebenezer Korte, what are some of the issues? Same questions to you too. What are some of the issues that cropped up during the election? Some of the violence, what you heard, the misunderstandings, etc. Ebenezer Korte.
Oh, okay. So where I was pleased, there was nothing like rigging on anything like that. So like, and later on, I heard some places the delay in declaring MPs at some constituencies, which sparked some rumors and then chaos here and there. But later on, I think the people in the constituency started attacking the electoral office of the electoral officers in the constituency, which was very bad. And I think there's something we need to pay keen attention to. Thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. So the places that are still under contention up to now are 9 constituencies. That's all the 275 constituencies across Ghana. We have 9 constituencies that are under contention. That's the Central, Okaipe, Central, Ablek Manor, Damongo, Obuasi, East Karaga, Tolon, and Akwitia. And also, I don't know what is happening, but if we have some of those videos, let's watch what's happening at these places and why they are still under contention.
So we have the previous videos from before the election, not after the elections, not the after the elections yet, but these will be videos during the elections.
I'm at Nyankpala, about 30 minutes drive from the northern regional capital, Tamale. A major incident occurred here today. According to the police, a parliamentary candidate of the opposition attempted to lodge a complaint, but he was stopped by ruling party supporters at that intersection. Disagreements ensued and then gunshots erupted. It persisted for more than 30 minutes, but calm has now been restored and the military have been deployed in this town. At the heart of this incident was vote-buying allegations against the ruling New Patriotic Party. Apart from this major incident, the process has been smooth so far and polls have officially closed.
Son les vidéos. Son les vidéos. Son les vidéos.
Let me tell you something. We'll make us right. And this team, we are going to pay the consequences. I'm being honest. Get back. You are not going anywhere. You are not going to the police station. You are not going to the police station. You are not going to the police station. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Son les vidéos. Show the video.
Thank you very much, Gloria, for that footage. Those footages, some of the issues and also the violence that's erupted in some polling stations across the country. And what I'm not understanding is why we have 9 constituencies under surveillance or under, and why were collation centers moved from the mother where they are supposed to be, and also they've been moved to Accra, even Damongo, all those 9 constituencies, they are all now at the training school, at the police training school. Is it Achimota? Sorry. Where the police training school is at Tesano. So I think some of the parties are saying that elections were over the years are won at polling stations. That is what we have known and heard over the years. But this time there are a lot of differences counting. If you have problem, what we know is that when you have a problem, you have to go to court. But we are having recounting, recollation and all that. So these are some of the issues that is piling up. Some incumbents are not ready to lose. And that is quite worrying. So it's quite I think NDC won about, legitimately, they have about 180 parliamentary seats, and the NPP have 80 parliamentary seats.
Yeah.
And then now this Tema Central, Kakwe Central, Ablekuma North, Damongo, Obuasi East, Karaga, Tolun, and Akwetia are all under contention. They are all now doing, I don't know whether there should be a real election or something. What do you think, Ebenezer Nyako? These places, what do you think could have been the cause for this violence at these constituencies?
I think the organization and then the supervision were not ordered straight. They were not properly arranged. That is why there were a lot of, misunderstanding over there. So I think next time proper arrangement should be made. Yes, and I think that the security there were not tight. I think that is why.
Is it a matter of security, or we are just not disciplined enough to know where our boundaries should be set and how much party foot soldiers are supposed to be involved in electoral processes. That is why I think there are IPAC meetings where the political parties have 2 representatives each at every polling station.
Well, I think with regards to that, you could see that every polling station there's an MPP agent and then an NDC agent. Now the other parties, there were no representative for them, so you could see that these 2 parties, I mean, there's this kind of partiality among the other parties, right? So I suggest that every election, at least a representative of each party should be there. Okay, should be there. And then with regards to these 2 parties, I think the EC official should be very careful or should be straight on them, because these 2 parties are very dominant. Yes, and then the little mistake, there will be chaos in the area or in the constituency.
Fatima, what do you have to say about this? Okay, Ebenezer Kote, if you can take that up for us.
Okay. For me, I heard instances like the person was leading the other opponent with 20 votes, and then there's a misunderstanding why that was so. That's why they intend, because of that, they sent the results and everything to the police station too, so that police will be able to declare the winner or something. But I think it shouldn't be done that way, because that's why we have electoral officers and all those stuff, to make sure that this process is smooth and fair.
Well, these parties too are saying they don't have trust in the in the EC, so they can't do jack for them. Some of the EC officials said they were declaring elections under duress. Were you people under duress? Were you under duress at any point, Ebenezer?
No.
I'm asking because you said you are an EC official. Was there anything of that kind?
No, the way I was placed, I didn't get any issue of the sort. But
okay, you were not at the hotspots. Yeah. Thank you.
But,
okay, Muni, Muni, if you could come in for me.
What I have to say about this issue was that I think with the security personnel, they weren't at fault. Just as sometimes, I don't know whether the people that sparked those incidents are ignorant or they were determined to do that or not. Because listening to some of the reasons why those things happened, there weren't tangible reasons behind that. One, for example, let's take a look at what happened at the Tolon area. It was according to reports, or according to what I heard from other people, because I'm a student around that site at school at UDS. So it's just a nearby community to Tolon. So what they were saying is that there was this man at the station. Unfortunately, he's deaf and dumb. So he doesn't hear, he can't speak to. But it happens that he was wearing a party t-shirt that day. So it's instant of the people to tell him that, oh, you should go and change the party t-shirt, then put on the normal attire. They didn't tell you. They just approached him with some kind of violence. And that was what sparked the chaos over there.
Okay.
So, in my own perspective, I don't think maybe some of the security personnel they were at fault. It was just that people were ignorant during the election process. Yeah.
So there is more room for improvement when it comes to Ghana's election, right?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Bernice.
Hello.
Yes, Bernice.
Yes, so okay, for me, I don't know if I'm the only one who heard this, but there was a particular police station, I can't remember the name, where I think 3 days ago I was listening to the an FM station, and then counting. They were now trying to count the ballot papers for the parliamentary seats because there was some kind of misunderstanding. And personally, I really don't understand these, because one party was saying they have their result, their pink sheets taken on the phone, and that their opponent party took away their ballot papers when it was time to count. So they don't have the hard copy, but then they took pictures of it. And the EC was not having it. They delayed the counting. They didn't want to make any judgment or conclusion, because, I mean, the other party has their proof and everything, their documents, but you are saying your opponent has taken yours away and you only have pictures of it. And I think it was dragged for a long time before finally they used the law in the constitution and then just decide to, I mean, use whatever they have. So they didn't really go according to the usual process. They had to find alternative just to make peace reign. And there was a lot of contention and misunderstanding at that particular place. I can't remember the name. So I feel these things have to be looked at. Because how would you say your opponent party took away your ballot papers? Meanwhile, you have pictures on your phone. So you want the ones you have on your phone to be used to declare the results.
No, it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah,
the pink sheet. The pink sheet is a very paramount document in the election. So that is what the EC is supposed to use, and everyone. That is by law what is endorsed. When you look at the 2020 election petition, the pink sheet played a vital role. So I think they know all this. Sometimes it's just, some kind of way they want to just bring elections or bring violence. I think people purposely try to do all these things to create some kind of confusion. Fatima.
Yes.
Yeah, Fatima. Yes. The happening so far. Anything that you like to share with us?
Yeah, I think with regards to the violence, most of the party boys, they go to the polling stations with this mindset: elections are won at the polling station. So at all costs, they want to do all sorts of things to win. And that's when this violence comes. They start fighting and a whole lot of things happen.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Now let's go to the results declaration. I think I'm getting feed. Okay. Result and declaration. We saw that there was thank you, Gloria. Okay.
Ebenezer has his hand up.
Okay, Ebenezer, you want to say something?
Okay, so I did observe one thing at my police station. I realized some of the male youths were drunk before they went to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think
I think there should be a law banning people from having alcohol before getting there, because they sometimes also create some kind of tension at the polling centers. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Ebenezer. Okay, so now results and declaration. Are you happy with the result and how quick it was declared? Because the NDC's John Dramani Mahama pulled at 56.61%, while the NPP's Dr. Mahmoud Baumia pulled at 41.5%. So, are you happy with the result and how quick it was declared? Looking at how campaign went this year, whereby the NPP's parliamentary candidate, the NPP's flag bearer was very, very, very certain that he was going to win the election. We saw videos of him saying that he wants a very big gap, he wants a big gap, only for the gap to go against him. So some reactions were that next time when you're praying, you have to be specific in your prayers, because the gap was now the gap that your opponent has given you. You know, he's not the first to lose an election whilst in power. The NDC also suffered the same fate back in 2016, where the same John Dramani Mahama was then the president of the Republic of Ghana, but he lost to NPP's Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, now our president. So, what are you happy? Are you happy with the results and the declaration? How fast Mahmoud Bawumia was just gave up? Do you think he gave up quickly, or do you think are you happy? Are you happy with the results? Fatima, let me start with you.
Yes, I am very happy about the results. And I think he knew there was no hope already. That's why he just came to. Because looking at the numbers, almost all the 16 regions NDC won. It was just about 3 regions that the NPP, I think, they were able to beat the NDC. So I think I was very happy that he came out to do that. And that one too helped in a way to promote peace. Because like it helped calm the, if he hadn't come to do that, I think you'll be like there's still chance for them, then all that, then it can lead to chaos.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Benny.
Hello.
Yes, Dennis.
Well, let me say I am very, very, very happy. And I think for the first time, Ghanaians have actually spoken. Even though it's said that there was a low turnout in this year's election, people are tired. But then those who are persistent, those who are determined, actually went out there to pour out their hearts, and it's reflected in the results. So I think we are on to change. We just hope for the best. And yes, I was expecting some people to cry tonight, but I'm not seeing the tears. So,
Venice, how can you be like that? Gloria, I think you should put you should
Yeah, troublemaker.
This song of
Next time we just come clear.
this very popular song, Echo Ye Mama. That song we should play it for those who are very happy. I think some people, it has gone well for them, so they are very happy. All right, that's just by the way. Now, Mumuni, are you happy with the results?
I'm very, very happy with the results.
Echo Ye.
Even the party, I'm very happy. I'm very happy about it. It was clear and fair, everyone could see that it was obvious. Dr. Mahmoud was couldn't make it happen. So I think that was he himself came out.
There is echo in the sound. There is the feedback. Okay, that's okay now.
Yeah, I think that's why he himself came out and was declaring the results before the EC himself will come out to say something about it. And again, I have some analysis to make. With regard to the results, if you take a look at the results, then the results back in 2020, there is no difference between the votes that NDC had then now. Because the vote they had at that time was like 6.5 million. But this time around, they won by 6.2 million. But by then, the NPP had won that election by 6.7 million. So I think on the side of the NPP, they didn't have, most of their members didn't come out to vote. And that was why I think they lost the election.
Okay, okay. All right. You come later and come and tell them why they lost the elections anyway. But Ebenezer Coffee, what do you have to say?
I'm not really happy about the result, but it's what it is.
Oh, Pele, sorry.
Like that. Even we are men of peace, so like we just have to give out everything peacefully.
Okay.
And then
Okay. As for Fatima is very happy, so she did. But Ebenezer is not happy. That's sad. Oh, Ebenezer Nyaku. Ebenezer Nyaku.
Okay, so I was very happy. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was able to, declare and accept defeat on time. the gap was too wide. The EC delayed for a reason. He wanted the gap to close a little bit, right? Because the gap is too much. In Ghana's history, I think this election, the gap is more than the previous ones. So she waited for the gap to close a little bit before she comes out with the results. Yeah.
Okay. But he said that he was a very big guy. I'm sorry for I'm not sympathizing with my MPP folks, but your flag bearer said it was a very big gap. The gap should be so wide. And then Paul Adumachi was also another interesting character. He said it would be a shocker. All their prophecies just came to pass. Just that some men of God or prophets, their prophecies didn't come to pass. But these people are not prophets, but their prophecies came to pass. All right. Thank you very much for all that we have covered so far. And then the results and the declaration, how happy that makes my panelists. So you can follow us on the Cluche Foundation on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, now X, TikTok. You can email us the Cluche Foundation at gmail.com, and also follow us live on YouTube and join the discussion. The Cluche Foundation, always faithful. Was the aftermath looting orchestrated by the NDC or the incumbent government? Because these are some of the things that whenever there is an election and then one party wins, which is very obvious for one party to win, there's always this looting and also a lot of things that are going on. There's a lot of violence. Was it orchestrated by the incumbent or the NDC? Because the NDC is also denying the fact that they are not involved in any of the violence that have been perpetrated in the media and also at certain places. Ebenezer Nyako.
I would say both parties are involved, because this is what I noticed. I realized that since the NPP are out of government, some members of them are stealing from the various institutions, yeah. And I also realized that the incoming governments, their members too are also taking part in the stealing of these items from the various institutions. And then when you look at some of the destruction they are causing, they are rather increasing the debt of the country. When the NDC, when they are finally given the power, they need to get another resources to build these facilities, these bent down warehouses, and then easy offices. And that would be another problem for us. So I think both parties are involved. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Koti.
As Ebenezer said, I think both parties are really involved. Yeah, because the looting, we can't associate one person to the looting, because all of them, they have both interests. Just that we wanted change so fast that we had to take a decision, and we have to give it to the other majority party and then denying those who are minority. So I think we should also give them a chance to also try their best. But the turnout for them was very low. It was very, very low. But I hope the coming years will do better.
All right, thank you very much, Koti. Mooney.
Yeah, as Ebenezer Koti said earlier, I think the orchestration was caused. I think was I think before the election, one of our lectures, my HOD said, "See, as this election is approaching, election itself is a game for thieving. So both parties are supposed to thief, but the one that wins will be the one that will do the thieving very well." So I think in the process of the thieving, if the other party gets to know, the other party definitely will not agree. So that's where the looting starts. So I think with that one, both parties are involved in this issue. Yeah.
Sorry, Fatima, are you there? Hello, Fatima. Okay, Benis.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, from what everyone has said, that's what it is. I think it's from both parties, but then I don't understand why like a lot of blame is going to the NDC because people say they won and they are the ones causing all the trouble around, trying to take out the current party officials and other people at certain workplaces. So I think there was an announcement in certain areas that workers should now work remote for the meantime because their lives might be threatened, and all blame is going to the NDC. So, but I personally feel it's from both parties. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fatima.
Yes. First of all, I'm really sorry for what happened earlier. My network is really bad.
Okay. We just want to know the aftermath of the routine. Is it the NDC or the incumbent government?
Okay, so my colleagues rightly said, I think it's on both parties. They are all to blame because the NPP are trying so hard to break the eight, and NDC too, they are trying to kick them out of office and take place. So they were all trying their various ways and means to win the election. And I think both of them are to blame. Both parties are to blame.
Okay, so let's see what can we do. Fatima, I'll still let you answer this so that everyone can also answer as well. What can we do as a nation to prevent all these happenings, that whenever there is a particular party that wins power, then there is violence, there's a whole host of things that is happening. What do you think we can do as a country?
Okay.
Or as Ghanaians?
Thank you very much for the question. So first of all, I think as a country, we can increase awareness by going to these various communities to educate the youth, because those that mostly cause the violence or those that are engaged in this are mostly the youth. So the target area could be the youth. Can educate the youth on the need for peace during election and after election. Can also organize mentorship programs to educate the youth on the need for peace during election and after election.
Okay, I believe in Rambo Star. This people should just be beating. Anyway, that's just by the way. Dennis, what should be the Dennis? What should be the way forward? What do you think should be done so that all these violence and also a lot of looting and other stuff will stop whenever there's change of government?
Yeah, so I also think education and sensitization is key. And then also the leaders of various political parties should try to talk to their followers. I think that way is going to go towards solving all of these misunderstandings and violence, because if I'm your leader, you're voting for me, you are there because of me. So if I don't talk, if I don't come out to tell you to calm down, if I don't put my foot forward, it's going to be as if I'm in support of what you're doing. So leaders have to also let their followers know that they are against violence, they are against anything that has to do with violence, regardless of the outcome of elections. So I think that should also do. And then enforcement of law, which always goes on, but then it should continue in addition to these things that I've mentioned.
All right, thank you. Mooney.
Yes, I think I agree with what Kenny said. So in this situation, in my personal opinion, I think we should focus more on our leaders, the traditional leaders, the religious leaders, and the chiefs, various communities. So this time around, most of the people listening to those people rather than any other people thinking. So if those people are able to come out and explain to them, tell them the importance of peace, It's avoiding violence during the election, how important it is. It will go a very long way to know. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Corty.
As Benny said, I think law enforcement should be really enhanced because I think we have weaker enforcement status in this police and then army institution. So like if these agencies could come together and then so that fines will be confined on people who try to create cause any chaos or violence in the community in order to deter others from engaging in such activities.
All right. Nyako. Nyako. If you can hear me, Ebenezer Nyako.
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm finding it difficult to. I think Ebenezer, are you having challenges? I think Ebenezer is having challenges. So, all right. So let's we are proudly sponsored by the Kluche Foundation, and also you can follow the Kluche Foundation on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, now X, on TikTok, and also you can email them on the Kluche Foundation gmail.com, YouTube, etc. Thank you very much. Ebenezer Nyako, the question was, what can we do to stop all these looting and violence that occurs when there is a change of government?
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I think there should be public education to both to all political parties, including their members, and then also the traditional or our local leaders should also involve themselves in peace preaching. Yeah, just to ensure peace and unity during and afterwards the election. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And also social media. You know, now everything is about the social media. I worked closely with the NDC's Deputy Communication Officer, Malik Basintali. I think he was also, he played a role. He would say that, comrades, this and this, there's follow. I think they should also be carefully watched. Okay, now looking forward and takeaways. What went wrong for the NPP? And what went right for the NDC? Let's look at, is it pride and lies, the economy, failed rigging motives, and Ghanaians were just tired and needed change? Also the bow out reactions. Okay. All right. Okay, and also reactions to the vast gap in the parliamentary results. Also, what went right for the NPP and what went right for the NDC? Pride and lies, the economy, the failed rigging motives. Because before the elections, there was a lot of people. I think in Ketu South, Ablaji Gifagumashi was complaining of a pickup that was carrying ballot papers in thousands, and also in Asokwa in the Ashanti region, they said they caught a place that there was a lot of ballot papers that were stamped in favor of the NPP NPP presidential candidates, and about 500,000 ballot papers that could have gone in favor of that party. So, what do you think went wrong for the NPP? And what do you think went right for the NDC? Is it a pride and lies? Because Ghanaians were like, you know, the most interesting people that lost their seats. These are old people that have been in parliament for a very long time. Talking of Esla Usu, communication officer, talking of Katie Hammond, the most comic character in parliament, and the one who closes the How Kumsin. Okay, How Kumsin and all that. So what do you think went wrong for the NPP and what went right for the NDC? Ebenezer.
Please, is it Ebenezer Koti or?
Ebenezer Nyako, sorry.
Oh, okay. I think on the part of the NPP, I think the prideness was too much. Yeah, it was too much. Some of them were too arrogant. They didn't listen to the views of their candidates or their members, and then they were overspending. They were spending too much. They wasted a whole lot of resources just to dig the biggest hole in West Africa, the cathedral.
Okay.
Spending a whole lot.
The
The
pride.
taxes were too much. The taxes in the country were too much. So I think they've learned a lesson. They've learned a lot. So I think the next coming 4 years, I think they will do better.
Right. Okay, so all of us are going to answer what went wrong for the NPP. Then we come back to what went right for the NDC. So now, Ebenezer Koti.
Okay, I think what went wrong for the NPP was that his government is in power and he has to enforce all these policies into action. And then here goes that he's saying that when he's being voted for. So I think Ghanaians find it very confusing, and then they made the decision they wanted to.
All right, thank you. Mumuni.
So I think a lot of things went wrong for the NPP government. First of all, I would just say Ghanaians were just tired. They needed change. And secondly, the economy too was very, very bad. Can you imagine days before the meeting, fuel prices were still rising. Meanwhile, those people that are supposed to put you in power are supposed to board car from where they are, go back to their houses or home, then vote again. That, like it made a lot of people very annoyed.
Okay. All right. Okay, Fatima. Oh, sorry. You have something to say, Mumuni?
Yeah, I was saying it was a lot that went on for the NPP. That went wrong for the NPP government, including the economic action. Then the fact that Ghanaians too was tired, that they need change.
Okay. Fatima.
Yeah. I think Ghanaians were just tired of the NPP government, looking at inflation and the pride, a lot of things going on in the country. And when they are supposed to come to address, they don't even say anything about it. Well, just look at our water bodies. These illegal minings have polluted our water bodies. We call on to the government to do something about it. They don't mind us. So we are trying to prove to them that we were those that brought you in power. And if you misbehave, we can equally kick you out. So we were just tired of all the happenings, the economic hardships. There was inflation, polluting our water bodies. The education system was even bad. Looking at the free SHS and all the disadvantages it brought as this in a country, it was just bad. So I think Ghanaians were just tired of them.
Okay, thank you. Benny.
Yeah, so I think what went wrong for the NPP was the fact that their own people decided to back out at the last minute. So they were so hopeful. They were very sure that in Ghana, there are regions that are NPP strongholds. No matter what you do over the years, after every election, you're going to get high turnout, high number of people from those regions. But it was a surprise this year because even the NPP were surprised. They were like, hey, so that should tell you that, people made up their mind. Okay, if we know we are your faithfuls, we are NPPs, we are not going to vote for NDCs, then we are not going. So they stayed in their homes. And that was one thing that brought them down. I think that was one reason why they didn't even get the votes, because Ashanti region of all regions, they couldn't even get the usual high turnouts. It was bad. So I think their faithfuls just decided not to go, and that was their downfall.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, now, Benny, I'll be on you, girls. I'll start from you. What went right for the NDC for them to win power?
Okay, so since it was a disadvantage for the NPP, it was an advantage for the NDC. Their faithfuls backed out, and that gave the NDC a comfortable lead. Because I mean, everyone hopes for the best, but I think NPP was too hopeful. NDC was just let's just see, and it turned out well for them because there was a low turnout for NPP, and people decided to vote. I mean, the NDC faithfuls voted, and I think new people also decided to change their mind and give them a chance. I mean, we are suffering. Okay, let's try you again, but this time we are going to be on you. And I think that's what helped them because they also know their strongholds. But this time they were able to get votes in other regions where they never imagined they would even get votes. And I think it was something that really helped them in the election. So yes, and their people, their leaders, their campaign management did very well when it comes to the they went the extra mile. They did very, very well.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Fatima.
Yes.
Fatima. Yeah.
Like she said, the NDC, I think they did their campaign very well. Their communicators were able to hammer on these happenings with the economic hardships and all that. They were able to convince Ghanaians that when they are given their mandates, all these things will be all right. And I think Ghanaians just trusted them and then they gave them the chance to come on board.
Okay. Thank you. Mumuni.
I think the NDC this time around they did very well with their campaigns. So looking at the things they did just before the election, this time around Ghanaians were so passionate that if this NDC government comes into power, the corruption will reduce. So I think before the election, they came with the issue that they are forming the oral what's the name group as in Operation Recover All Looting. So that was what that most Ghanaians to vote for the NPP government. Because I can remember the last time we had the meeting that we left, I was going and the guys on campus. So we met and we were discussing. A lot were like, they don't have the problem with the NPP government. But what is hurting them is the corruption that they are doing currently in the country. So they will be very glad if these people, if Ghanaians are able to change government, they will see how the corruption will reduce. So I think with the corruption, the things that NDC did before the election was what made Ghanaians motivated them to vote the current government.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Ebenezer Nyaku.
Well, I also think that, before the election, there were this demonstration, Operation Fix the Country. I don't know if you remember. And you could see that more members of the NDC took part in this demonstration concerning the Galamsey issue, concerning the inflation rate. There was this serious mistakes from the NPP that the NDC were hammering more on it. So they took a lot of the NPP So I think in the coming years, I think the NPP should be very careful if they really want to, win the election. They should be very careful and know how to, strategize their campaigning policies and then members well.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now, Ebenezer Korti.
Also, I believe the NDC did so well. They did underground work, like they really did with their policies, which is the 24-hour economy and all that. They will help change the economy and then bring it back to its stance. And also, I think it's because of the happenings in the country, what's happening in our country, where the justice system are in favor of some people and then leaving the others out, and then a whole lot, the looting of state properties and then state funds and all that were taken in consideration to just take the incumbent party out.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ebenezer, thank you all for that view on what went wrong for the NPP, and also what does this election still show that Ghanaians are not ready for a third force or a third force party? Does that mean that we are not ready for a third force party? Fatima.
Looking at what happened, I think yes, they are not ready to welcome any third party, because if you look at the other political parties, they have you can even use your hands to sum up whatever they had, and so I don't think they are ready to have any third party. These two parties are just dominating. So I don't think there would ever be a third party.
All right. Thank you very much, Fatima. Dennis, looking at these elections, do you think that Ghanaians are not ready for a third force party?
Well, I think no, for now they are not, but there will be a time. Okay. Looking at how things are going, there will surely be a time for a third force. But I feel they want to try the NDC this time, and if it doesn't go well, definitely they are moving on to a third force.
Okay, that's interesting. Ebenezer Korte. I'm sorry. Ebenezer Korte.
I think there will be a time, maybe next 4 years, because like the new force had the third highest number. So I'm being hopeful. As then it should lay down well-structured plans to put in place to win votes, and then that will be in this win.
Okay, all right, Mumuni.
Yeah, I think in some way, I don't think there will be a third force party again. I was looking at what the NPP and the NDC government, parties are doing. There will not be a third party again, because looking at it, they have the people. Even if these people that are pushing for these positions, they are no more there. These parties still have the people that can still hold the party, then most Ghanaians will like them.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you all for joining me this evening for the Ghana elections aftermath, and also the Gen Z reactions from the just ended parliamentary and presidential elections, where the NDC had about 6.23 million, which grew them for 56, making them the leader. And then also since 1992, this has been the first time that somebody has put such a gap. So congratulations to the NDC for winning. Come January 7, the NDC's John Dramani Mahama will be sworn in as president of the Republic of Ghana. Okay, let's take a breather and see who should be the NPP's flag bearer in 2028. Is it still going to be Mahmoud Bawumia, Kennedy Japan, Matthew Poko Prempe, Yao Osei Educhum, or Katie Hammond, my favorite person, Fatima? Who is going to be the NPP's next flag bearer in 2028? Is it Bawumia? Okay. So which of them do you think is going to be the next flag bearer for the party? Fatima. Hello? Quickly.
Hello.
Yes. Who are you rooting for the NPP to be the flag bearer in 2028? Is it going to be Napo? Is it going to be Kennedy Japan? Is it going to be Bawumia? Is it going to be Yao Osei Educhum? Is it going to be Katie Hammond? Which of these people do you think will be the next flag bearer?
I believe it'll probably be Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, because they've given him the already to lead the flag bearer, and I believe they'll give him the opportunity again because he has done really well.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you are going to choose which of them is going to be. Okay, so you are thinking is Dennis, who is going to be?
I
Hello,
also
Dennis.
think Dr. Baumia is still going to be the flag bearer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mumuni.
I think Baumia should be the flag bearer.
Ebenezer, Nyako.
Yeah, I also think Baumia. Yeah.
Okay. Ebenezer Kote.
Kennedy, Japan. I think he's the man for the job.
If I had time, I would have asked why you guys are thinking it should be Baumia for 2028, and also why some of you are also thinking otherwise. But we are pressed with time, so viewers, we're proudly sponsored by the Kluche Foundation. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, now as TikTok, and you can send your emails to us at kluchefoundation@gmail.com, and also you can find us every other Friday on YouTube Live, where we discuss what's the happenings. And also last week was prior to the elections, we discussed, and then this week is the aftermath of the election. Tomorrow mark exactly a week when Ghana went to the polls. And so out of 275 constituencies, 9 is still under contention. Let's see what happens. And in the history of Ghana, the NDC's parliamentary candidates have the highest parliamentary seats. That's 180 seats, and against the NPP's 80. The rest are independent candidates. Okay, so congratulations to the NDC people, and congratulations to President-elect John Dramani Mahama for winning this year's election. And also, better luck to the MPP's Mahmoud Baumia. Better luck to him next time. I hope and pray that he will pull a stunning performance next 2028. Okay, so my name is Ellen, and I've been your host. If my producer should have anything, Gloria, do you have anything to before we pull the cat?
Yes, I wanted us to just discuss this X trending topic before we leave.
Okay. Okay, so as we are waiting for the X trending topics,
Can you see your screen? I don't think you can see your screen.
No,
okay. So the X trending topic, anybody can read it.
I can see. Is it there?
Ebenezer Nyako, do you want to take this slide?
Okay, so trending on X. Do you believe in Prince David Osei's slip up or insult Sega explanation or excuses?
Come again.
Hello?
Gloria, if you share your screen with me, let me.
Oh, I thought the screen, if they can see the screen, probably you cannot. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes,
can you
I
see
can
it
now
now?
see.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. So do you believe in Prince David Osei's insults or slip up or insult, saga explanation, excuse, even drunkard? You voted for Kwasia Boy, learn sense why Jimmy. I think he was reacting to something, but the post has been deleted. I don't know. Do you wow.
Yeah, he said he didn't type this response. He said it was his cousins who took his phone and typed the response. Does anybody believe this?
I don't believe it. I think he's capable. I don't know, but he wants to be president one day. So what's We are going to refer him to this, this tweet one day. The internet never forgets.
Yeah, that's the sad thing about screenshots. Yeah, I just want to hear everybody's view on it and we can end. Thank you.
Okay. Ebenezer? Ebenezer Nyap. Sorry. Ebenezer Nyap. What do you think? Do you think the explanation is giving is valid?
Well, I think the reason behind this statement is not strong. I think it has something to do with the statement. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Caught it.
But I believe if he's not the one who typed it, he could have deleted it earlier as possible before even making any statement of the sort. Or maybe he has deleted it.
Wow.
It's suspicious.
I didn't believe the fact that he said he wasn't the one that typed. Was looking at his account is verified. So account that is verified, I think it's very important to issue out of your privacy. Why then will someone get access to your account and the person will type something like this? And the statement too, I don't know, like I'm trying to understand it. Was it that he had a problem with someone in the party that he's trying to tell the person that his party leader is a drunkard or what?
Or what?
That's
Fatima.
Yes, I also don't believe he doesn't have a hand in whoever typed this message. I think he was the one that, because in this 21st century, people barely even put their phones down. Because now want to pick your phone and type such a message. I think he's the one that did it, and he's just trying to cover up something.
Bernice?
Well, I also think he typed this himself. I mean, there's no excuse. It's a verified account, like said, and I don't know how it would be possible for your cousin or someone to take your phone or your device and then type. I mean, the audacity the person would have to type such a thing, knowing you're a public figure and all. So I don't believe he didn't type that himself.
Thank you very much. I also don't believe that he didn't type that, because for someone to use your account, use your phone to access such impunity is I don't understand, but that is way overboard, and then that's something that will go really against him. He's not the people's favorite, so this adding to it is going to have a lot of harm on his career and then also what he wants to achieve if politics is involved. So thank you very much. Thank you all for joining me tonight and sharing your views and your points. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Ebenezer. Thank Ebenezer Korte. Thank you, Mumuni. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you, Ebenezer Nyakun. Thank you, Bernice Boachi. And also thank you to my able producer, Gloria, of the Cluche Foundation. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Email us, and also on YouTube. Thank you. Let's join the conversation. Let's watch the rest of the conversation on our YouTube channel. That's the Cluche Foundation, and also on Instagram. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful weekend. We meet next weekend, and also have another interesting topic to discuss.
Ebenezer, is your hand up for just anything to do with?
My hand is up.
Yes. Okay.
Please, I have a nice suggestion. I suggest, at the end of this